Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, and before this video starts, I want to say thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. This is my 100 sub special, and this is an idea by Adrian, one of probably my longest subscribers. And this idea is pretty much an apocalypse scenario like Subnautica, which this one took me a long time to think of an idea for it, so I think I have it down. And these are the characters. And the quirk I'm going to use is adaption. So we have Deku, Melissa, Bakugo, Ochako, Jiro, Kirishima, Shoto, and Momo, Kirishima, and Mina. Or Kaminari. Whoops. I said Kirishima twice. Jiro and Kaminari. Alright. Well, let's see if I can do this one. Right, Adrian, I hope you enjoy this, and let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, and welcome to the 100 subscriber special. And this is what if Deku was in an apocalypse. So we start off with a crashing plane. As World War III has been broken out. As Deku and his friends were on the plane, Deku looks forward to see that the pilots were killed, probably due to shock and the shockwave. As the plane was going down, Deku gave everyone parachutes as they all jumped and they parachuted out, but Deku, he was trying to control the plane, just long enough for everyone to get out. He tried to grab a parachute, but he couldn't make it. The plane crashed into the water, and he was in it. Luckily, he was able to swim out, grabbing onto a piece of the wing that was still there that was floating in the water. As Deku watched the plane sink down, he realized that he's not in the best scenario right now. So, it's best to start getting ready to survive. As he sees all the other parachutes just go down and land onto a different island, way out in the distance, Deku decides to just wait and see what would happen. And Deku's quirk is adaptation. So, as soon as Deku hit in the water and he was in the water, his body automatically adjusted, gave him gills, gave him thermal fluctuation resistance, which is heat resistance and cold resistance, water breathing, which makes him able to breathe water, as well as gave him gills and fins on his body so he can maneuver and swim through the body. So as he was swimming, he got exhausted because his quirk doesn't give him stamina. It can prolong it, but it can't give him infinite stamina just because he's in the water. So he started sinking and sinking until he opened his eyes and looked around, and he sees just parts of the plane all over the floor bed of the sea. He swims down, grabs some of the stuff that's in there, such as a raft, emergency raft and the paddles, a bag of food and water just in case, as well as some other items that'll help him survive, which is also a flare gun and a satellite phone. He opens up the raft and it just floats up to the surface, and it bounces up on the surface. All the water just jumps out of it. He swims up and puts all the items that he gets into the raft, and he starts paddling. He thinks he made it to the same area they were in, so he gets all this stuff and he just starts walking around with it behind him, just dragging it along. As he looks around in the area, he figures out that he's in a desert. He looks to his right to see smoke and fire, a lot of it. And he looks to his left to see even more smoke and fire, and a broken, destroyed city. He keeps walking forward through the desert, his body adjusting, keeping the heat resistance as well as the cold resistance just in case. But it made it so that he doesn't sweat much, and keeps his water inside like a camel, making his water go to his fat. So he just keeps walking, and walking for hours and hours on end, just going in circles. So he stops and he just goes in a different direction. He heads towards one of the cities. As he reaches the city, he hears footsteps and he hears talking. He doesn't recognize the voices from the distance, but he sneaks through building to building. He left the raft in one of the buildings with the stuff in it, and he just sneaked around till he hid in a building that was so close to him he can practically hear them so well, and he knew them. It was Melissa Shields, Jiro, and Kaminari. He decided to sneak out of the building and then just walk over to him with his hands up. They look to see Deku with his hands up, and they run over and hug him, thinking that they lost him. As Deku would just hug him back, he would usher him over to the raft that he got from the plane, and they would help him carry it to a little base that they made, which also had the rest of the group in there: Bakugo, Momo, Todoroki, Kaminari, and I forgot her name already. Anyways, they're all just sitting in there. They're all hugging Deku for a group reunion, and they sit down and they look at each other around the little fire that's in the middle of the room. And they all think, what's our next plan? How are we going to escape this apocalyptic world? And can they even find other people? That's where I'm going to end it. Hope you guys enjoy, and thank you guys so much for 100 subs, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.